Greetings, hello my dear Gemini, this is Ron from Terra of the Twin Sun. Welcome to my channel. I shall do for you a singular portal, one that will open the gateway and potentially look into your situation, whatever that may be. Um, we'll go ahead and do a gigantic portal for you. This is for the energy of Gemini in the mid-month of June 2020. Please take only what you will. This will not resonate for everyone, so just take what you can, and I do thank you. If not, just give it a thumbs down, like you usually do. Right. So first of all, I would invite you to clear your mind and relax. Um, we'll let the cards do the work in building for you a bridge. This bridge is essentially a stepping stone, or perhaps something that you can burn or cross. Okay. Okay. So there is peace in understanding the tribulation of something here, something that is astrologically configured, something that has risen and become a sense of civilization. But these things that are from civilization are being watched over by celestial influences, and you are coming into the realization of these things, how things grow naturally, and how there are challenges that are difficult to scale, but you're understanding the ambitions and drives of others through your own insights that come from celestial events. Okay, there also is the import of emotional insights that come through the form of aqueducts, civilizations, excuse me, and agricultural civilizations are based upon the energy of the importation of water, and that is done through civil engineering. So perhaps there's something about certain structures or technologies that are in a Uranian way providing the import or the conveyance of certain things that are of emotional importance, that are absolutely essential when it comes to your own health. Okay? So those are modes of consideration. When crossing this bridge, know that the mountain is in the reverse. There's something about the mountain being torn down, being torn asunder by natural forces, that being mostly the erosion that comes from wind and water. And there's something about the stormy importation of certain emotions that you're keeping an eye on, and you're trying to realize how to come into a sense of peace if if the structures that import this are being affected by the gravity of anything within the sky. Okay, right. So, yeah. Please clear your mind, and I'll go ahead and build that portal I mentioned. The great portal for the mid-month of June. Okay, underscoring your reading, there is something that you are no longer participating in. The energy that you're dealing with on an unconscious level has to do with you being jaded, or perhaps you no longer contributing in the vehicle of your life back to this energy, it is one of great stagnation, and it's been holding you back in some sort of way. So it's important for you to let that go if that is what is being called to do. Okay? There's a lot of sideways energy. I think there is a repressed memory here of something that you learned while you were in your formative years that has to do with the way you work or the way um, you contribute back to situations that you feel like you owe to. Okay, this complex is based on the inner child's desire to heal, a great tribulation that is based on the Three of Swords as well as temperance, some sort of impatience or some sort of alchemy that comes from the mixture or the composition of different and varying thoughts that caused for you a cycle of pain, but these are needed to be these need to be worked on in some sort of way. In some sort of way, you're looking back at certain things in which there were troubles, a great deal of troubles when it comes to living situations or perhaps tensions that involve um, various parties trying to create structures or harmony. The social world around you has been dealing with this, and there's been a part of you, an older part of yourself, that's been growing impatient in a certain way, but you're trying to look beyond this, trying to look beyond to what you can communicate. In the month of June, there is something that the energy of the child will teach you. The Page of Pentacles is indicative of learning, as well scholarship, as well as anything mercurial, but tied to the energy of Virgo. Okay, meaning that there is something that is within you that is trying to ground itself, and also trying to give ground back to something that was a cause for tribulation. There will be an insight and some sort of zest, or perhaps an empowerment that you will be able to communicate with the Eight of Rods here in combination. And therefore, there may be a possibility for you to essentially let loose a great deal of emotions that were trying to be, um, um, with the aqueducts, trying to be shared in some sort of way, shared to different parts of your existential existence, your territories, whatever you've been, your old stomping grounds, or like places you called home once. There's a possibility for you to find a sense of closure and to impart, through the energy of fire, a release of pent-up Cancerian energy. This is the energy of the mother, the energy of the chariot, the main vehicle. Okay, as the eclipse comes, it's as if you're learning something about your inner child, and how there is a sense of nurture around how you see the commitment and the devotion to a sense of properness, a sense of proper doing, a dharma. And it's in this cycle that you're giving back to the old. You are able to find a sense of healing through a hard lesson, a hard work. Okay, yeah, and if you do this, there will be some form of emotional maturity that comes out of it. Okay, why is this Three of Swords here? Okay, okay, okay. There's an abandonment issue that's cropping up from this Three of Swords. One that has to do with also, it could be a friend or something that you were dealing with in childhood, or the inner child was affected by this seemingly good situation leading up to the Three of Cups, but also from the Eight of Pentacles. Once again, the double up of the Eight of Pentacles. It seems to me that you try hard, and if you were to let go of something here, it would revert you back to the Seven of Pentacles, a great memory of not having enough. So there's something about you that needs to sustain essentially what you have. And let's see what the page is moving away something in the future. What needs to be given back is something so that you can start working on yourself again. Okay, yeah, there's a maturity aspect here. Yep, the Emperor as well, the Devil in reverse. This thing has a hold on you. This cycle, and it has to do with letting go of a memory from the inner child in order to find the joy that's been missing, to let go of a cycle of slavery or enslavement of the mind. It's something that's been holding you back big time. But in the future, this page will turn around, move to the future, and essentially walk in the path of the king and the emperor, King of Pentacles to the emperor. There's something here about you conquering or perhaps gaining power over a system of Saturn, something that has to do with a system of highly difficult times, highly difficult structures, and highly toxic structures that should no longer exist. These are being broken free from as you gain momentum. There's a period of waiting, and you know that the world around you is kind of messed up. But if you were to relax, then there is a possibility to convert any expectations of love that you've been working hard on, to release an emotional reservoir that's been hiding inside of you, and for you to essentially understand that there are modes or methods to the challenges that you've been finding with the energy of Saturn, with the energy of the mountain, with the energy of, um, of Capricorn. And there's a way for you to break free from this in an Aquarian way, in a way of Sagittarius as well, expansion and the ability to find liberation through very different means. Something that you've been doing here has been a cycle that you have been working hard on to transcend. But if you were to embrace it, I think there is a possibility for goodness. Okay, that is the energy of Gemini I see. Um, Please take what you will. That was a very deep and intense reading. If it resonated, I do appreciate your like and your subscribe. If not, then I hope that you return back for a future reading. Otherwise, be well and find rest and try to meditate if you can for this energy of the solar eclipse. Okay, ciao.